good afternoon, good evening. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the channel. We talk about anything. Today we're gonna talk about E-Levy or E-Levy of 11, whatever. We're gonna talk about that. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody that's going to watch this video. Comment on the video. It's especially that people comment on this video. Share it with their families and friends. A +2. And the best thing is subscribe to this channel. Yes, thank you very much. So what is the E-Levy? E-Levy is really tax. Okay, the government want to tax Ghanaians. Why? It's because the Ghana government have been using a lot of money, okay, a lot of money to rebuild Ghana, fixing the country. This is why I'm saying about fixing the country. It's a bad idea that the people that are pushing for fixing the country, they are rushing the government, and the government is building it, but the government also have to borrow money, and all this thing is just costing Ghanaians money, because a hospital doesn't build itself. You need money to spend, and then you can build a hospital. A road, you need money to build that road. Like I said in the other video that I made, that with Ghana need guarantee income. We need guarantee income, and a tax is the guarantee income that Ghana need. But yes, a lot of people are saying that, wait a second, we have resource. The resource thing is a nice day, okay? But there's a problem with the resource, because you need money to dig those resources out of the ground. Then you need a good buyer who will buy those resources from you. Then you have to transport those resources to the harbor, and then you have to ship them out to buy machines that will dig those things out of the ground. Then you need to pay your workers. Then you need to pay maintenance. All those things cost money, okay, people? But in Ghana, what we need is guaranteed income. Like I said, if you look at Dubai, because a lot of Africans, they love Dubai, they want to look at Dubai. Dubai knows that the oil will run out, so that's the reason why they have turned their city state into like attraction park, whatever, like Disneyland. Okay, so they have turned their country like a Disneyland, where people can come and enjoy themselves. Okay, that's the reason why they have doing. They know that the oil will run out, so they are preparing themselves for the worst. In Africa, we are still thinking about the resource. If you don't believe me, just look at Venezuela. They also depend their whole life on the oil. It was booming, and then it dropped, and now they are poor. So why the hand of Ghana really? The reason why they're trying to do the hand of Ghana is because they know that a lot of Ghanaians don't pay their taxes. And with the hand of Ghana, if you're going to send money above 100 Ghana, you have to pay money. As simple as that. And it's a good thing. Force Ghanaians to pay their taxes. In developed countries, we are forced to pay those taxes. If you don't have the money, yeah, you're screwed. But with this thing, I think there's a loophole in the system. Let's say, because it's 100 Ghana, if you think about it, you can still, you don't have to pay it really. Just think about it. Like, let's say you have to pay 200 Ghana to somebody, but then you're going to lose money on the fees, but you don't want to pay the fees. So if you calculate and you think that maybe let's calculate 200 Ghana, you want to send 200 Ghana to somebody, so that is 200 divided by 100 times 1.70, so that's 350. And they said that if you're going to send the money, the person will charge you 1 Ghana. Okay, so in a sense, 1 Ghana to send the money. Okay, so let's say, so the government will get 2.5. Okay, now if you think about it, if you send it The first day you send 100 Ghana, and the second day you send 100 Ghana, then you will lose only 2 Ghana. Then you will save 1.5 Ghana. So there's always a way to trick the system just not to pay tax. But I think the main reason why they're doing it that is because to get the rich people. Because the rich people are going to send money, a lot of money. They're going to send a lot of money. Let's say a rich person send 10,000 Ghana, okay? Let's say he's trying to buy something. A rich person, 10,000 Ghana. A rich person is going to send 10,000. So that is divided by 100 times 1.75. That means the rich person have to pay 175 Ghana. Let's just maybe 20,000 or 10,000, 100,000. Let's say 100,000. I think that is what is going to happen. Let's say 100,000. So that is divided by 100 times 1.75. So that is like 1,750. And the rich people are not liking it. That is the reason why in Parliament they are fighting so much, because they know that if the bill goes through, they're going to suffer. They're going to pay taxes. And this is the reason why they are fighting in Parliament. They are not fighting for you. They are fighting to save themselves so that they don't have to pay that tax. So don't think that they are fighting for you. They are fighting for themselves. So that is what they are fighting for. So what are you fighting for? Let's listen to that. You can do that. Maybe somebody will find out a better way not to pay the taxes. So yeah. So let's listen to the real electric money transfer thing, E-Levy thing. Let's listen to it.
What is the E-Levy? The E-Levy is a new tax measure that will be applied only on the originator of a transaction on an electronic platform. Electronic platforms include the following: fintech platforms, online banking and MoMo platforms. How much is the E-Levy? The value of the E-Levy is 1.75%. The government will apply a rate of 1.75% on all applicable transactions. How will the levy be applied? The levy will be applied on the value, amount, of every transaction above GHS 100 on a daily basis. That is, after every GHS 100 cumulative spend, the E-Levy will be applied. For example, if Kofi sends GHS 50 to his sister in the morning and sends another GHS 50, totally GHS 100, to his brother in the afternoon, he will not pay the E-Levy. However, any another payment after this threshold will attract the E-Levy. What transactions fall under the E-Levy? The levy will cover the following: all person-to-person, peer-to-peer, mobile transactions, i.e. sending of funds to another account, payment for goods and services, payment of utilities. Please note that payments for government fees and charges are exempt. All POS, merchant payments, and all inward remittances, to be borne by the recipient. Please note that transfers from personal wallets to banks' accounts and vice versa will not attract this levy. What will the revenue generated by the E-Levy be used for? The monies will be used to support government initiatives such as youth employment and entrepreneurship, roads and digital infrastructure and security. When will this come to effect? The policy comes into effect from 1st of January 2022. This is to provide enough lead time for the industry players to adjust and configure their systems to implement this policy. Who will be collecting the E-Levy? Government, through the Ghana Revenue Authority, will collect the E-Levy in collaboration with the telcos, fintechs, and financial institutions. Why has GOG decided to levy electronic transactions? Mobile money and other digital financial services have experienced a steady growth in the past few years. Digital payment systems are currently largely untaxed, and while the industry grows, several government tax revenue sources are seeing a decline in growth. This is a good opportunity to generate more revenue for structural transformation and infrastructural development in the country. Also, it will open the informal sector who largely do not pay taxes. How different is this tax from the financial services tax of 17.5% that was introduced by the NDC in 2014 that was abolished in 2017? The Mahama administration introduced the VAT of 17.5% on financial services in 2014 in a bid to rake in more revenue after it was struggling to meet revenue targets. The implementation of the 17.5% VAT on fee-based financial services took effect from the beginning of 2015, followed by the presidential assent given to the VAT Act 2013, Act 870, on December 30, 2013 and its subsequent gazetting the following day. The charges affected a range of services provided by financial institutions, including fee-based services such as advisory services, safekeeping, fees on ATM transactions and portfolio management services. The inclusion of financial services within the VAT net was to help offset the cut in government revenues from reductions in import tariffs. However, this E-Levy of 1.75% is being introduced because of the increased growth in mobile money transactions, which poses a possible threat to government tax income. This is because digital payment systems are currently largely untaxed. And while the industry grows, several government tax revenue sources are seeing a decline in growth. With debt to GDP at 77%, and an ongoing commitment to fiscal consolidation, the E-Levy is an opportunity to advance the rebalancing of government books after the extraordinary expenditures that arose from mitigating the impact of the pandemic. How about inward remittances? The E-Levy shall also apply to all inward remittances. An applicable rate of 1.75% shall be borne by the recipient of the funds. Has this been done in any other country? Yes. So far, 26 countries have enacted the legislation for digital taxes. Source: KPMG, Taxation of a Digitalized Economy, as at 28 September 2021. These countries include Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, Tanzania, Mauritius, Uganda, Cameroon, and Zimbabwe, and other countries globally have introduced some form of digital service tax, levy. Will there be a cap on the fees? TBD. If I encounter some trouble, who can I call? A 24-hour service center will be set up to help individuals who may need further clarification or who might be experiencing any challenges. The call lines will be announced shortly. I thought the government said that they were a government of production? Yes, we are. It still holds. When NPP came into power, we abolished 9 nuisance taxes which hitherto inhibited the business environment and Ghanaians in general. Beyond that, the government has introduced, reviewed policies and programs that create conducive environment for business thrive. Impact of these policies reflect global cooperation setting up their operations in Ghana, Twitter, Volkswagen etc. We are encouraged to pay our taxes through Ghana.gov. Will government tax the tax payment through Ghana.gov? No, the payment of taxes etc. on Ghana.gov does not incur the E-Levy. How many new taxes has the government introduced? And how many have been scrapped? 7 new taxes introduced since 2017. VFRS introduced for retailers and wholesalers at 3%. VAT withholding introduced. COVID-19 health levy introduced, adding 1 percentage point to both VFRS and NHIL. Introducing a 5% financial sector, FinSC, cleanup levy. Introducing 30% income tax rebates for companies operating hotels and restaurants, education, arts and entertainment, and travel and tours from April to December 2021. Introducing 1% COVID-19 health levy. Introducing 10 pesos sanitation and pollution levy and 20 pesos energy sector recovery levy, Delta Fund. 9. Scrapped taxes. Abolish the 1% special import levy. Abolish the 17.5% VAT/nihil on financial services. Abolish the 17.5% VAT/nihil on selected imported medicines that are not produced locally. Abolish the 17.5% VAT/nihil on domestic airline tickets. Abolish the 5% VAT/nihil on real estate sales. Abolish excise duty on petroleum. Abolish duty on the importation of spare parts. Abolish levies imposed on kaya by local authorities. Abolish levies imposed on religious institutions by local authorities.